Hi, I'm Dr. Alan Widener from MassageChairRelief.com, and today is our massage chair industry update for February 12th, 2013. And we'll get right off and running with the stock report. Inada supply is good. Panasonic supply is good. Osaki is back ordered on the OS 7075R in the ivory, the OS 3000 charcoal, the OS 4000 ivory and charcoal, and the 6000 OS 6000 in black. And they did not give me a time that they're expecting these chairs to come in. There was not even an estimate, so I can't give you that. Infinity, the IT8200 is back ordered in the brown and the black. I understand the brown is going to be in stock this week. The black probably another 3 weeks into the first week of March. And the HT7450 is back ordered on both colors, black and espresso, and that will not be available until late February, so later this month. So probably another couple of weeks. And that's it for stock. The Sonio price went up, as I had warned you over the last number of weeks. February 1st, the price went up to $79.99. And you know what's amazing is that chair continues to be a top seller. And every time the price goes up, I think to myself, well, that's it. That's the last of it. The Sonio is now going to start taking a dip, but it continues to sell. And it'll be interesting to see what the lifespan of this chair is over the next year or two or three. But right now, a very, very popular top-selling chair, and we like the Inada Sonio a lot, not just because it sells a lot, but because it is a very good chair. A couple of weeks ago, I went to Las Vegas to the furniture market, and I had reported back when I went in August, and I went again last month in January, and I visited with Cliff Levin from Inada USA, and I got to sit on some chairs over there and visit with Cliff, and had a wonderful time talking about the Inada Sonio. They have no plans of changing the Inada Sonio. I get asked that question a lot. I continue to ask Cliff that, and there's no plans to change the Inada Sonio. It seems as though the Inada Yumi sales are starting to go up more and more, and it's a more affordable chair, not quite as elaborate in its feature set as the Sonio, but the Yumi is starting to pick up some speed and some momentum. It's a nice chair. I have one video out on it introducing it, an introduction video, but I also have a couple other videos coming out in the weeks to come dealing with the Yumi and some of the features that it has. When I was there in Las Vegas also at the furniture market, I went to meet with a fellow from the Kozia massage chair company who was there, and he was the national sales guy. But when I was there, I ended up talking to the COO, a guy named Mark Holmes, who is from China, and he's an Aussie with Chinese ancestry, and the guy is he's kind of the Kozia head guy in China at the factory there where the Kozia chairs are made, which is called EasePal. That's the name of the company that creates the Kozia chairs. Xiaomen Comfort Science is the name of the parent company. And it was wonderful to visit with him. It was the first time I'd ever actually sat and visited with someone that is from the factory, from the Chinese side, or the manufacturing side. And it was fascinating to talk to him. And we met for probably an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. And I kept asking him questions about what it's like in China, who's making what chairs, and there are things that I have stated as fact, like there's 3 main manufacturing companies. These are things that I'd heard from other people inside the business here in the United States, but I've never actually talked to someone in China about that. And sure enough, there's 3 main plants over there where most of the chairs are made. Some chairs are made in smaller plants. And we talked about quality of chairs. We talked about the progress of production. We talked about the possibility of chairs the manufacturing of chairs being moved to other countries like India or Vietnam because of the looking for lower costs of labor. But this fellow seemed to think that China was the place to be right now. They've improved so much in their production and their quality that he expects manufacturing to stay in China for a while. But anyways, we talked on an array of subjects, including the Cosia chairs, which are a lower end price chair. When I went to the seminar or to the market, I was carrying 6 models of Cosia. And you remember, we just introduced the Cosia line to our website. As a matter of fact, I still don't have the information of the specific information, features, and functions of the chairs, but I found out when I was there that they were discontinuing 2 chairs, the 16019 and the 16020. So I came back home, called my web guy, and said, take those 2 off. So now we're down to 4 models, and you can see those on on the Cosia product, on the Cosia category page and their individual product pages. But a nice chair, very affordable, and they claim that they have a 1.5 or 1.7% failure rate, which is a decent. A good failure rate, if there's such a thing. It sounds a little oxymoronic, but as far as failure rates go, that's pretty good. And as a matter of fact, I think it's very good. And I invited Mark to visit with me on a Skype interview. And as you know, I've done Skype interviews before with Cliff Levin from Inada and Jim Coppins from Infinity or Infinite Therapeutics. And I asked Mark if he'd be willing to visit with me. And we've emailed a few times since I got back from Las Vegas, and we will be meeting via Skype towards the end of the month. He's quite busy until then, but I'm looking forward to interview him, and hopefully we can touch on some of the subjects we talked about when we were at the store there in Las Vegas. But it was a wonderful visit. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Mark was very gracious, very kind. Really enjoyed picking his brains about what goes on in China. And boy, this company that creates the Cosia chairs, the breadth of their operations is enormous and quite remarkable. But I really enjoyed that visit, so I thought I'd share that with you. I was only there for a day and a night, had a great time, and it's always fun to talk massage chairs with people in the industry. I love it. Let's see. The HT9500, and I mentioned this in a blog post some time ago. I may have mentioned it in one of the industry updates, but they're dropping, Human Touch is dropping the HT Connect feature, which is the feature where you can download the Human Touch app onto an iPhone or iPad, and then you can operate your chair, the HT9500, from the app. Well, they have the chair is exactly the same, except they've gotten rid of that HT Connect feature. So the iPhone adaptability is gone, and now they call it the 9500X, and we have modified that on our website. So we've taken the X off. We've added the X to the HT9500, and we've taken off the HT Connect references. So that's the only difference. The chair itself, the functionality of the chair is all pretty much the same. I wrote a blog post last week. I wrote a two-part blog post comparing the OS 4000 and the IT 8100. These are 2 very reasonably priced chairs that are the OS 4000 is very popular for Osaki. The IT 8100 is a new model for Infinity, and it is a competing model to the OS 4000. So since it's a competing model, and since we get inquiries about those 2 chairs as lateral comparisons, I thought I would do a comparison of them, and I wrote a 2-part piece, and you can go ahead and read that on the blog. But that's helpful if you're considering a chair in the mid $2,000 price range. Both of them Chinese made, both of them nice chairs, but there are certainly some differences, and that article goes into it. And finally, I've been telling you about this chair, this American-made chair. It just arrived yesterday. They sent me one to test and to experience, and I'm really looking forward to it. We didn't take it apart today because we're meeting tomorrow. My delivery guys are coming. They're going to unpack it, and we're going to record the unpacking and the assembling, so that when this chair is available on a wider scale, we'll have this video for you so you can watch it and see how to assemble the chair. If it is complicated at all, we'll be able to go over some of the details. However, I'm very excited about this chair. Excited to see how it functions, how it feels. Excited to see how the quality is, and of course, we won't know except maybe over time how it will be received in the market and how durable it is and how what kind of warranty issues it'll have. But this company's still working on things like the pricing and working on the warranty for the domestic market. And but it's a nice looking chair. It kind of has a Sonyo body frame, and that's nothing new. A lot of chairs have that kind of a styling now. But I'm interested in some of the features and interested to see how the chair feels. but I'm excited. I think it's going to be priced somewhere in the $4,000 to $6,000 price range. That's a pretty broad, conservative, stretch, but that is where that is, I think, where they're going to be focusing, and I'll know more about that in the weeks and months to come. I believe I'm going down there in April. They've invited me to come down and see the production and see what's going on there, and see the manufacturing of the chair there in their headquarters here in the United States. So I'm quite excited about that. But I have the chair. I'll be unpacking it tomorrow, and then we'll start to test it and see how it feels. And on my next MCR, or massage chair industry update, I'll go over that with you and share that with you. I think that is just about it for this week. This is a little shorter than last week when I went on my rant about customer support and whatnot, but for massage chairs. But thank you very much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, I'd encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can receive updates on subsequent massage chair industry updates, as well as other chair review pieces. And I've got a bunch coming out here for the Panasonic MA70 in the next couple of weeks, and then we've got some more coming out for the Yumi and for the Osaki 7075. And so, we're busy, we're diligent, but we're getting them edited right now and ready for posting on YouTube. But we'll keep you posted when those videos are available. And also, if you like what we're doing here, please share us on Facebook. Spread the word on Twitter, and we'd appreciate you getting the word out about massage chairs. Thank you very, very much. And until 2 weeks from now, I'm Dr. Alan Widener from Massage Chair Relief. Have a fantastic day. We'll see you. Bye-bye.